Welcome to today's class on algebra. Today we discuss Euclidean domains. First we define Euclidean norm and Euclidean domain. A Euclidean norm on an integral domain D is a function nu mapping the non-zero elements of D into the non-negative integers such that the following conditions are satisfied. 1. For all A, B in D with B not equal to 0, there exists Q and R in D such that A is equal to BQ plus R, where either R equal to 0 or nu of R less than nu of B. For all AB in D, where neither A nor B is 0, nu of A less than or equal to nu of AB. An integral domain D is a Euclidean domain if there exists a Euclidean norm on D. Now we discuss some examples. The integral domain Z is a Euclidean domain. Solution: define nu from Z star to Z plus. Z star is non-zero elements in Z and Z plus is positive integers by nu of n equal to modulus of n. Then we are going to show that this is a Euclidean norm. So if I have to prove two conditions: one, by division algorithm for Z, for all A, B in Z with B not equal to 0, there exists Q and R such that A is equal to BQ plus R, where either R equal to 0 or nu of R, that is equal to modulus of R, this is less than modulus of B, that is equal to nu of B. So the condition 1 for Euclidean norm is satisfied. 2, for A, B in Z with A, B not equal to 0, we have nu of A is equal to modulus of A. This is less than or equal to modulus of AB, that is equal to nu of AB. Therefore, nu is a Euclidean norm on Z. Therefore, Z is a Euclidean domain. So this proves that Z is a Euclidean domain. If F is a field, then F of X is a Euclidean domain. So this is the second example. If F is a field, F of X is a Euclidean domain. In F of X, define nu by nu of F of X is a degree of F of X with F of X not equal to 0 for F of X in F of X. Then we can show that nu is a Euclidean norm on F of X, again by division algorithm in F of X. For all F of X and G of X in F of X with G of X not equal to 0, there exists Q of X and R of X such that there exists Q of X and R of X in F of X such that F of X is equal to G of X into Q of X plus R of X, where either R of X is 0 or degree of R of X is less than degree of g of x. That is, nu of r of x is less than nu of g of x. So this proves condition 1 for Euclidean norm. Now condition 2, for f of x and g of x in f of x with g of x not equal to 0, f of x not equal to 0, we have nu of f of x that is equal to degree of f of x, and this is clearly less than or equal to degree of f of x into g of x, that is nu of f of x into g of x. Therefore, nu is a Euclidean norm on f of x, that is f of x is a Euclidean domain. Now we prove this theorem. Every Euclidean domain is a principal ideal domain. It's a proof. Let D be a Euclidean domain with the Euclidean norm V. Euclidean norm nu. Let n be an ideal in D. If n is a singleton 0, then n is the ideal generated by 0 and n is principal. If n not equal to singleton 0, there exists a non-zero element in n, so there exists B belongs to n. Now let us choose B such that nu of B is minimal among all nu of n for n in n, n in the ideal n. We claim that n is the ideal generated by B. Let A be an element in n. Then by condition 1 of Euclidean norm, there exist Q and R such that A is equal to BQ plus R, where either R equal to 0 or nu of R is less than nu of B. Now we have A is equal to BQ plus R, so this implies R equal to A minus BQ, and this belongs to n since A and B belongs to n and n is an ideal. That is, there exists R in n such that a nu of R is less than nu of B. This is a contradiction since nu of B is the minimal among nu of n for n belongs to n, which is not possible since nu of B is minimal among nu of n for n belongs to n. Therefore, nu of R less than nu of B is not possible since R belongs to n. So R must be equal to 0. Therefore, R equal to 0. So this implies A is equal to B into Q, or this implies A belongs to ideal generated by B. This is true for all A in n. Therefore, n is ideal generated by B, which is true for any A in n. Therefore, n is ideal generated by B. This implies n is a principal ideal. Therefore, every Euclidean domain is a principal ideal domain. Now we have a corollary to the previous theorem. Every Euclidean domain is a unique factorization domain. So we prove this. By the previous theorem, every Euclidean domain is a principal ideal domain. By previous theorem, every Euclidean domain is a principal ideal domain. We already proved this. And we have every PID is a UFD. So every Euclidean domain is a principal ideal domain, and every principal ideal domain is a unique factorization domain. Therefore, every Euclidean domain is a unique factorization domain. Now we do these problems. Consider Z of x is Z of x is a UFD. Why? Show that a plus x f of x, where a is an even number and f of x is in Z of x is an ideal in Z of x. Now is Z of x is a principal ideal domain and is Z of x is a Euclidean domain. Answer to first question is yes. Since Z is a UFD, we have Z of x is also UFD. Since Z is a UFD, Z of x is a UFD. Now you have to do the second question. You have to show that set of all a plus x f of x, x into f of x, where a belongs to 2z, that is a is an even number, is an ideal in Z of x. Let n of x, that is equal to a plus x f of x, such that a belongs to 2z and f of x belongs to Z of x. Then clearly 0 can be written as 0 plus x into some 0, where 0, 0 belongs to 2z. That is 0 belongs to n of x. We have n of x is a subring of a Z of x. You can see that the ring axioms are satisfied, and for alpha of x belongs to Z of x, alpha of x into n of x, this is contained in n of x. This is because either the constant term is 0 or it is a multiple of an even number, so it is even. Since either the constant term is 0 or an even number, in the product alpha of x into a plus x f of x. You know that if this is a constant term, that constant term multiplied with the even number, that will be an even number, and you can take an x outside. So the product will be of the form a plus f of x, where a is an even number. So that is contained in n of x. Similarly, n of x into beta of x, for beta of x belongs to Z of x, is contained in n of x. Therefore, n of x is an ideal. Here again, the product will be of the form a plus x f of x into beta of x. So the constant term is either an even number or 0. Now we answer 3. The answer is no, Z of x is not a PID. To prove this, you consider the ideal in example 2. So consider n of x is equal to set of all a plus x f of x such that a belongs to 2z and f of x belongs to z of x. And this ideal can be written as the ideal generated by 2 and x, because a is an even number, so this can be written as the ideal generated by 2 of x. We show that n of x, that is equal to ideal generated by 2x, which is contained in z of x, is not principal ideal. Suppose that it is a principal ideal domain. So suppose that it is principal ideal. Suppose 2x is generated by an ideal, an element f of x. Then 2 belongs to ideal generated by f of x. So this implies 2 can be written as f of x into g of x for some g of x belongs to z of x. Now from this, a degree of f of x into g of x, this is equal to degree of f of x plus a degree of g of x, that is equal to degree of 2, that is 0. So this implies degree of f of x equal to 0, that is equal to degree of g of x. Therefore, there exist a and b in Z such that f of x equal to a and g of x equal to b. Therefore, f of x equal to a, g of x equal to b for a, b belongs to Z. Now, if you take this as equation 1, from 1 2 equal to a into b. So this implies a equal to plus or minus 1 or plus or minus 2, since a and b are in Z. If a equal to plus or minus 1, then ideal generated by 2 and x, that is equal to ideal generated by f of x. And now we have seen that f of x is ideal generated by a, so that is ideal generated by 1, because a is plus or minus 1. Therefore, there exists r of x and s of x in z of x such that 1, ideal generated by 1 is ideal generated by 2 and x. So this is equal to 2 times r of x plus x into s of x. Now equating the constant term on both sides, we get 1 equal to 2 into r of 0 plus 0 into s of 0. So this implies 1 equal to 2 into r of 0. So this implies r of 0 equal to 1 by 2, which is not possible since r of 0 belongs to Z, which is a contradiction. Since r of 0 belongs to Z. Now if a is equal to plus or minus 2, then ideal generated by 2 into x is ideal generated by 2. Now 2 is already in 2, so this implies ideal generated by x equal to ideal generated by 2, So this implies x is equal to 2 into some v of x for v of x in z of x. So this implies v of x is equal to 1 by 2 into x, which is not possible since v of x belongs to z of x. Since v of x belongs to z of x. Therefore, ideal generated by 2x, you know that it is n of x is not principal. Therefore, z of x is not a PID. Now, answer to fourth question. Z of x is not a Euclidean domain. So, the answer is no. Z of x is not a Euclidean domain because every Euclidean domain is principal ideal domain, but by 3 of this problem, Z of x is not a PID. Therefore, Z of x is not a Euclidean domain.